Hello, hello, and welcome to Nails for the Week. My name is Lori, and I hope you're having an absolutely fabulous day today. I know I am because you're here and we get to play in the nail room. So let's get started. Well, if you happen to hear any purring during this video, my son's cat is visiting and he is sitting right next to me helping me do this voiceover and purring like a freight train. So this is the very last summer set that I am doing this year. I'm kind of sad about it, but we have to move on sometime, yes? Yeah, okay. These are all I they're all iGel Beauty colors, but they're all just neons. And I'm going to let you kind of watch what I'm doing here. I am doing 2 coats of the hot pink for this one. This is the second coat. And just in case you were wondering, if you were ever wondering how I get my ideas, mostly it's just different things that you see or that I see on a day to day basis. This particular set, just for reference, um, we have an annual family camping trip, and my nieces had this volleyball. It Each section of the volleyball had a different neon color and different black stripes and stars and dots. And so every nail in this set is a different section of that volleyball. So I just thought it was a really cute volleyball. So we are pretty much going to stamp our way through this entire set. And I will talk you through some of it, but most of it is just going to be watch and have fun with it. So on the top of this pink nail, we are going to put this this swoosh design, right? But we want every other stripe pink and blue. And I chose the pink to be on the nail because the blue is going to cover better than the pink would cover the blue. Yeah, yeah. So that is why I did the pink all the way. And now I am painting the blue stripes in. I'm not going to show you all of it because, that would be boring. But I am painting every other one with regular nail polish, not with um, gel polish. But I will tell you that when I'm stamping, a lot of times when I'm reverse stamping, doing things like this, where the stamping will dry on the stamper before I get it to the nail, I will, instead of trying to paint over it with a clear coat and then stick it on the nail and hopefully it's wet enough or not too wet so that it smears, and you know how that whole big mess goes, right? If you use a gel color first as your base for the nail, leave the sticky layer there, use the sticky layer to transfer your stamp. You don't have to put anything else on there. That sticky layer will stick it on like nobody's business. So I'm going to let you see. Now, now for the second coat, because these polishes really do need 2-coat gel. All right. All right.
No laundry, no errands, no chores. Nothing but snuggle.
Nobody wants to listen to a commercial. Sorry. Come on. There we go. Here we go. I'm going to set that there and we're going to leave it to dry. I was just checking the size, and if you'll notice that this nail is too big for the stand. It's just not cool. But we're going to put it on there as close to the way that we can get it as possible, just the way we want it. Got a little, put it back. We're good. We're good. Stick it back on there, call it good. All right, so the top is going to need some help. And I'm going to try and get that little piece of black off there too. All right, I just take my fingernail and scratch that off. It just comes right off. Now I've got cotton nib or a cotton swab or whatever you want to call it, Q-tip, with acetone, and I'm just taking off that top stripe because it did not look right and it wasn't complete. So that is what I am doing. I should have sped this up because, wow. Okay, Lori, get back into frame. Thank you. So what I did now is I re-stamped that same image, and I'm taking off all of the extra. I only need one extra curve. So I'm just kind of getting rid of all that so we don't make a mess later. And I'm going to go ahead and measure, kind of make sure I've got enough and that this is going to work. Okay, then I am going to go ahead and paint the top one blue because that middle one is going to be my spacer so that I know that I am putting them exactly the right space apart. I'll just cover the bottom of the last blue stripe with that black line, if you understand what I'm saying. But that's what we're going to do. We're just going to use that black line as kind of a marker to make sure that we're putting it in exactly the right place. Now also, when I used the Q-tip with the acetone, I used the acetone period to take that extra kind of mess off. I wiped away the sticky layer. So what I'm doing is just throwing on a base coat so that the sticky layer will come back, and it's cured, of course. You can see I am just lining that up, trying to get it right in that same area. And there you go. Beautiful. I don't. Put back where it goes, Lord. Geez, what are you doing? Trying to make my life miserable. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, definitely. I think I ended up redoing that. Yeah, I know I did. I just redid it. Same thing over again. But we're going to move on. Move on to the pointer finger. And this one we are making all yellow. Don't forget the tips because I don't really care for it. Does it ever bother you? Let me know in the comments section below. If people don't paint that the edge, if people don't paint the free edge of the nail, does that bother you when you see it? It's like a big old white line there, or sometimes it's nude color. It bothers me. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making little triangles and odd square type shapes all over the nail, and we're just going to do it here and there. They're just pretty, and we're going to make sure that we go 2 coats, and this is with regular polish again. Don't want too many, just enough to know that they're there. There we go. And we're going to take the black stamping polish and a striping brush. I happen to have this Orly striping brush. And we're going to outline the images that we made, but we're going to extend the outline throughout the whole nail. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, just kind of watch. So see, we're going to go all the way. So we've got that corner, but it goes all the way down. And we're going to make sure it goes all the way up as well. Go all the way up through the nail. So that corner goes all the way down. And then this one's going to go all the way across. I go back later and I touch up that little, I put a little bit more orange there, I think. No, I don't. See what happens when you... Then when it hits another object, I just stop it. There we go. Like that. See? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just follow the lines. I am trying, but I'm not the greatest. I'm trying to keep it all in the same thickness. But, you know, you just never know. Nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody's perfect, including me. Needed a little bit more polish. Oh. There we go. And that is the yellow nail. Next up, what are we doing next up? We just have this plain old nail. Okay, we're doing the blue nail. Now, I don't know what happened to all my footage on this one, but what I did is I had some hollow stars that I painted yellow in, and I stamped them on this nail, and then did the same thing as what I did On the yellow nail, as far as taking the edges and the lines and drawing them out. Now, I did not take all of the edges and lines and draw them out, but you can see how that turned out. And then we are moving right along. We've got another pink nail. And I believe this one is the spiral nail. So, 2 coats, of course. But all that was on this little section of the volleyball were swirls. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to throw some black swirls on there from a clear jelly stamper plate that I have. Number 48. We're just going to use this big old image here. And of course, the black stamping polish, because we can't get enough of that black stamping polish. But I really like black and neon together. The black really makes the neon pop, and I really like that. It stamps so pretty. And what I'm doing now is that image did not fully come off with the thing, so I'm just adding the little extra pieces on the outside to little holes that were in, little holes or empty spots that were on the nail. There we go, on the nail. If you could see what I was doing, that's what I was doing. And last but certainly not least, we are going to do the pinky with some bright orange. And the edge. Doop, doop, doop. Go 2 coats. I don't know why I always left 2 coats in there, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, some of the glue got caught on there. So. Alright, this is an old Cheeky plate. You guys remember Cheeky? But oh my gosh, the images are so tiny. So I'm going to use this little circle image. And yes, I finally broke down and bought a circle plate from Clear Jelly Stamper. Because this is the only circle image that I have that I liked. So there we go. Now, I didn't want all these little dots in there. So I'm just taking a marbling tool, actually, and taking the little dots out by touching them. And just kind of scraping them off. And trying not to ruin the rest of the circle. See how easily that just comes right off? Okay. There we go. Alright, so now we are going to put some yellow on there. And if you'll notice, the yellow is not very opaque. Okay, it's not opaque at all. But we're still going to have to we'll do 2 coats of the yellow in all the dots. And we'll show you how that looks like. Or what that looks like. How that looks like. Like just like that. And then we're going to take the white, and we're going to put the white on over top of the yellow so that the orange doesn't show through on the nail, because we want it to just be yellow. Yes? Yes. We don't want it to be yellowy orange. Try and stay in the lines. Yeah, I know. That's what she looks like. There we go. I'm going to let that dry. Now when it's dry, we're going to try and find the best placement that we can on the nail. I'm going to go ahead and plop that down there. And I did not wait long enough for it to dry. This is what my problem was. But went ahead and pushed everything down that I could without messing it up too much. Okay, so here it is so far. And I'm just going to take a little micro swab with some acetone and we're going to fix what I screwed up. I know, it's sad. It shouldn't have been this difficult. And it wouldn't be, and it won't be if you let it dry. Just let it dry. I know it's the last nail. I know you have other stuff to do and you really want to get this done. You want to top coat it and see how pretty it looks. Wait, just wait. Let it dry. It'll be okay. I promise. Do as I say and not as I do. Oh boy. So now I've got another micro swab with yellow nail polish on it, and I am just kind of putting a blob there and letting it dry. Because guess what? If you don't let it dry the first time, it's going to take you 10 times longer to fix it. Or you'll just have to start it all over again. You know, so it's just better to wait and let it dry. How long did I leave this in? Oh my goodness. What are you doing, Lori? Fixing the black lines. So much better. All right, we have top coated, we have buffed, and now we are top coating again. Make sure you get all that edge, get the free edge, and ooh la la. Now, I did this as a set for a friend of mine, so I'll let you see all 10 fingers, or all 10 nails, top coat. Isn't that pretty? I like the orange with the pink. Now this yellow one I used a stamp on, but I didn't like it. So that's why I did the other way with the one that I showed you. There's that. One hand, two. Come on, where's the other hand? Leaving me in suspense.
Savings get bigger.
All right, this is the hand we did. This is how she turned out. They're just so beautiful, and they are so much brighter than they really look on camera here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like. Leave me a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you again next time. Bye!